Yeah. Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel Never Say Ever. I'm your host Rishi, and today episode was the most boring episode I've ever seen in Big Boss. Never Say Ever. I'm your host Rishi. Yeah, hello. Today episode was the most boring episode that I saw today. The audio is checked. I think it's fine. I think we don't have much to say in today's episode because today episode did lack so many things. It was the most boring episode that we could ever see because I think till 39th episode, this was the most boring episode for me till date. Compared to any other show, also, I don't know what was happening today. Today, they depended on Farhana to give a speech or talk about people's character and game for 25 minutes, and then they were forced to play Shahbaz's content for next 25 minutes. And between that, there was such muddas that I don't think should be even shown in episode. Yeah, this fellow sleeping, people are robbing eggs, and so many matters I think was not required. And then there is discussion between Nehal and Farhana. I think if the good characters are not doing anything bad, I think the only best part of the episode was the last minute of Aamal singing the song. Apart from that, the episode had actually zero. If out of 100 I have to give this episode, this has been the worst episode till date. Maybe I will give 1 out of 100 for sure. Yeah. So, anyways, today it was all about ratings, and we all know what the ratings were. So I just want to be very precisely tell my rating because Farhana rating were all over the place because she can only sensibly talk over a fight. She can't sensibly talk in terms of strategy and all of that. She is not that smart to pull off a 25-minute episode. And Big Boss thought that she thinks so much and she fights. So why don't we run an episode on her? But I think she was struggling to give her viewpoints for all the rating. So let me give my viewpoints. Let me give Farhana's, and I'll tell you what are mine. So let's start from the top to the bottom. So according to me, 20 is Basir. Farhana has given that 20 to Shahbaz. So she said that Shahbaz is fun and all that. But I think Basir, because Basir has at least had very valid points, POVs. At least he's been doing things and he is able to predict and see what Salman Bhai normally discusses and talks about. That is the simple reason for that. Also, he's a strong player. That's why I'm giving him 20. If after that 20 there is 17, I'm gonna give it to Bajaj because the fight is always gonna be between two people. Who is right, who is wrong is something that we'll have to see. So I think Bajaj only for that reason because he's the only challenger from the other side. Because rest are only followers, and when they are followers in a show where you can make followers, I think you know what I mean, right? So somewhere it is very clear. Bajaj, I will keep it the second. 15, I will somewhere 15.15. I think she kept Nehal. Farhana kept Nehal, saying that she has come from out and she's commanding and she's seen the show and she will be seen a lot and all that was bullshit. According to me, 15 was Aamal because Hamal has a personality. He's singing, he has friendship, he can now a lot of people, he will fight with a lot of people. I think in terms of a character, he is all round. He has aggression, emotional, sorries, thank yous, abusing, everything he has. So I just keep it at 15. If he improves, he can move ahead. If he doesn't, he will fall below 15 and all. So I think 15 is somewhere Amal for sure, for according to me. Now after 15, I think it's 13. I would have given 13 to Shahbaz. She's given 13 to Basir. I am giving 13 to Shahbaz because Shahbaz adds the fun element. Shahbaz also is smart enough to think too many things, but Shahbaz is dependent on a lot of people's conversation. And I'm also saying that he's not a winner material. You wouldn't want someone to joke around to win a big boss. And I don't think Shahbaz can win a big boss like that. He will eventually grow as he's going, as he's fighting. He eventually will grow. But winning is something I think he's not at the top of the game where you can win the show. So I think 13 should be Shahbaz. After that, I think somewhere I want to give the next point after this thing is 10 to Tanya. And I think Tanya was given, Zeeshan was given 10, but I think Tanya should be given 10 for a simple reason because she gives more content or more kind of content to Big Boss than anybody else is giving in the show. So, basis that fact, she can move to 10 because she has more content to give, and I don't know what drama, what dilemma, what story she has to share, and she will share, and eventually she'll move. So after that, I think after 10 is 8. I think Konika ji will take this place because Konika ji can play cunning, good, bad, ugly, worst. She is a bad cop. She is Sherni. She is Chant, Chalak, Bakwas, Baketi. She will lie. She will abuse. She will say a lot many things, and I think she has issues with Tanya. So for that reason, I think Konika ji should be somewhere. Uh, Clear reason 8 according to me. I think even Farhana has given Tanya 8. Huh? Okay, because of stories and saris. I think that was like today. Farhana had no logic. She couldn't even complete a statement. Why and for what reason someone is where because of what. Farhana did lack a lot of things. I think she made the episode very boring for me. And she is very this thing, yeah. She wants to lead, and because she wants to lead and she's desperate to win Big Boss, she is trying to switch between groups. And when she will switch between groups, she is gonna make more loss to herself. Anyways, apart from that, I think 5 I will give to Zeeshan Bhai because Zeeshan Bhai tries to mend ways with the other group, wants to be the mastermind, play here, feel bad, say things, play with the kids. I think Zeeshan Bhai is doing a lot in terms of content, and I think basis that I will give Zeeshan Bhai that position. Now, apart from that, there is number 3, right? I think no. After that, after 5, there is 2. I think somewhere 2. I think can be Neelam because Neelam is giving more content than Gaurav for any good reason. She's cooking. She's a sweetheart, and for that good reason, she's such a nice human being. I'm giving her that because she's not a game player. So I think the upper row is all the game players, and the below lower people are the ones who are trying to just survive the show. So Neelam, I'll give that. I don't know. She might eventually grow, but I don't think the top line is very difficult. She can replace Zeeshan by only in the game, but apart from that, I don't think anybody else looks like getting replaced. Apart from that, I want to give one second. 0 to Gaurav because Gaurav is not, if he's not an hero, I think he can be a 0. And if he performs well, he can be an hero. If he doesn't perform, he can be 0 and then he can go below 0. But to an extent, at the price that he's come in, I think if he's not performing, then he knows what he is. If he's shit or he's good, he only knows. And I think if before 60th episode, if he doesn't pick up his game, he's gonna be thrown out of the house. For a simple reason, his performance is as poor as we know. Apart from that, I think there is minus one. I think somewhere could be Mridul because Mridul has great number of followers, but Mridul, no, I think Ashnoor also can be there. Yeah, I think Ashnoor, no, I think Mridul. Such a confusion. There's a fight for the -1 position here. I think Mridul. Let's keep for Mridul because Mridul has not understood the game. He is only basis followers, and he's gonna go out of the show basis followers only. So let me be very honest. Mridul has no game as of now. Uh, After that, I think -3 is Ashnoor for me for simple reason because she has not understood the game. She's not in the game, and she will not be able to play this game for good reasons because you know what she is doing. Oh, sorry. I think like 0 and -1. I think Neil also can be, and from Neil -3 could be Mridul, -8 could be Ashnoor, and -10 could be Praneeth. For a simple reason, Praneeth has no game and we are expecting Praneeth to grow. He will have to speak a lot of Marathi to grow to win from here on. So Praneeth is not winning this show. He will have to speak actually a lot of Marathi because he's not in the game, bro. He's become the third wheel of this group. At least with Aves and Gaurav, he was seen more, but now he's chosen to skip Gaurav. He's chosen to skip the other group, and he's just moved and jumped over Ashnu, jumped over the everybody, and he's moved to being a sidekick of Ashnoor and this thing. So I think these guys are couples, and then they want entertainment, and when they want entertainment, they switch to Praneeth show, and Praneeth does all that his jokes. I don't understand it. I don't like it either. I think Praneeth could, but he's a Pune guy, yaar, and he's having struggled to make a personality. I always thought, there are so many people who are larger than life, and Praneeth is not even larger than anything here. I think it's such a waste to get him on the show. Yeah, I think a better comedian could have been in the show, or someone else. Yeah, but not Praneeth for sure reason. I think some good personality should have been in the show. But anyways, it is what it is. There will be a wildcard entry soon, I think, because I think these guys are struggling to pull the show off. And if these guys is going to struggle more, I think there has to be a wild card who's going to be Tagda player. And let's see where he plays, how he plays, and how things change in the game. Okay. So Praneeth is having the most bad game. Okay. Now Kugnika ji, Strong नहीं मानते कुनिका का. One more incident that I remember today, I think Kunika ji somewhere mentioned, Kunika ji is giving bold statements saying that Zeeshan Bhai somewhere doesn't consider women strong, and strong dependent woman is something he has an issue with. And basis that, I think Zishan gave his explanation, which Konika ji was not ready to take it. It is Konika ji's problem because Konika ji only gives statements, she only gives judgment. She has not, she doesn't have the right, or she doesn't have the capability to listen and understand other people. Yeah, she's such bad and worse that I think what it is what I'm speaking about. Apart from that, I just want to say that the ration task was very boring. The Daniel task basis Shahbaz was very boring. Shahbaz, one question asked, he could have answered smartly, but 7 8 questions to him and he couldn't deliver. So I'm sad. So there are times when even Shahbaz can't deliver at high level. So maybe we have expectation from Shahbaz so much that a 25-minute episode was just too much for him to handle. And because Big Boss had nothing much to show, they ran over basis such content. So I think this week is, there's a big downfall from yesterday's episode to today's episode, because yesterday I think was fun, but today I think it was absolutely no fun. Clearly no fun. Yeah, I think that Daniel task was bakwas. I think there's going to be a dinosaur task for a new captain in the house. Let's see what happens there, and that's when it will be fun. Apart from that, the muddas in the house was Bajaj somewhere jokingly said about something about Shehnaz, where he said that Shehnaz has told you to be fake in this show, and that's when Shahbaz lost his cool. He told him, "I'll break your jaw," this, that, and Bajaj understood that he's taking wrong names here, and that's when he said sorry, and he said he would not take it, but he will not consider forward. But Shehbaz had lost, but had got so angry that he wanted to abuse it. So now Bajaj a lot, and then Bajaj also started showing, अरे यार ऐसे नहीं है, मतलब तू जबड़े तोड़ देगा, ये हो देगा, ऐसा होने देंगे. So somewhere Shehbaz was very right, because he did not mention about Bajaj's sister, and Bajaj mentioning about Shehbaz's sister was not at all right, because Bajaj is trying to say things on behalf of Shehnaz, and saying that she's told him to be fake in the show doesn't make sense. But Bajaj is expected to do such bakchodi or bakwas baate. So what do you expect from him? Yeah. Apart from that, there was Adde ka mudda. I think the Ande ka mudda, Basir was absolutely wrong, because so first they anda chori was they robbed eggs, they ate it. Now next day they have decided not going to talk about it. And Zishan Bhai goes and tells Ashnoor. Zishan Bhai going and telling Ashnoor, I don't know what is the reason here. Somewhere Zishan Bhai is having a soft corner for Tanya, Neelam, Ashnoor, but not Nehal. I don't know why. But he's having soft corners for all the girls. Huh? One. Second, he goes and tells Ashnoor. And then Ashnoor doesn't make a fuss about it. I don't know, she made a fuss about it. I don't know about it. But she doesn't make a fuss in the episode. And then Zishan Bhai tells Basir. Basir tells Shehbaz. Shehbaz tells Aamal. And Aamal shouts at this one, that why did you go and tell? And maybe, because of you saying all this, tomorrow everybody will come to know that, eggs have been dropped because from us or from our end. So I think that's where people were getting angry. And I think Zishan Bhai was wrong, absolutely wrong. Amal also listened to story one-sided, but Basir was very stupid, because he told that conversation, and then conversation picked up fire, and if that fire breaks the group, then Basir is to be blamed, right? So Basir was stupid today to have conversation like that. In fact, he should have sat down and spoken rather than leaving here, going there, coming back. And I think Basir should feel bad about also that he's been placed behind this one, behind Bajaj, but he did not have an opinion, because he doesn't want to fight with Farhana. Farhana was not even able to give good explanation, but Farhana was left free because she kept others in top. She kept him also in top and all that. So, anyways, so Basir is somewhere thinking, maybe I don't win the show. 1 2 3 is okay. Then I think Basir is so stupid here. Okay. Then I think Pani Kol Raha. Haan. Then I think there was one more mudda, Neil and Farhana's mudda. Farhana and Abhishek's mudda, where Abhishek was sleeping. I don't know, he was sleeping with purpose or he was sleeping with intention. But what we saw was he was sleeping, and Farhana went and told that she want to throw water, and she went and threw a few drops of water. I think Basir was very smart enough to say before throwing the water, don't do that only. But then so many people got into the fight, like Gaurav, or Mridul or Praneeth or Amal got into that conversation which were not making sense. Because I just want to say, when you get angry, you guys are on to face to each other that you actually spit more than the amount of drops that were thrown in terms of water. And to an all extent, Ashnoor has an illogical response where she claims or states clearly that it is captain's duty to wake him up. Ashnoor, are you dumb? You're 21, you're fucking dumb, man. 21 and you have no brains. मतलब only weight and no meat. It's like that, yeah. Meat मतलब there is no meat in the head. I mean to say, because you are saying it is captain's duty. Is she a captain or she is some knocker in the house? Yeah, I think captain should have powers to put nomination to elimination and all that powers. I don't know why that powers are not given. If that was given, people would have behaved. Because these guys are thinking today we have the power in that assembly room, we can vote against each other and all that bullshit. But somewhere I think the captain should have powers to put two people to domination, and that would be more fun. I don't know why that is not happening. Okay, one is that. Apart from that, Ashtur to anyways gives Bakwas response. Then Konika Jivi giving an idea, but she eventually threw an idea between a conversation where she said that, what if he puts water in your clothes? Will you like it? Are if Bajaj tries to even put water in Farhana's clothes, do you think Farhana will tear his clothes here? So if he tries to do that, he's going to repent a lot. And if he's going to repent a lot, what will he do? Simple reason. So I think that's what is going to happen. Clear cut. And I just want to clearly state that it is not captain's job to wake people up. She's seen it. She thought it's a better way to put some water on the face. She did that, and I don't think it was wrong. I think Amal getting into that conversation was absolutely bullshit. She's seen it. So I was absolutely bullshit. Amal, I don't know where he's taking stand. Gaurav stand, Mridul stand. They all boys are useless. Even Pranjit stand. पानी नहीं फेंकना चाहिए. पानी नहीं फेंकना चाहिए. Arey guys, get up, grow up. The amount of water that she threw, more than that, to when Basir and Bajaj have fought, I think they might have spit on each other's face when they got so close to each other. When you can get so close to each other, and that sparkles are okay, but that my amount of water is not okay. Bad, bad. So I don't know, even Amal's point, I was thinking why Amal is getting into all of it. Whereas others are sleeping and enjoying and laughing over it. I don't know why Amal is getting into it. But I think the only end or the beautiful part of the episode was Amal singing a song. That was nice. Shahbaz's comedy was nice, but Shahbaz couldn't pull off the episode for 25 minutes because most of the jokes were not landing that was seen today. So somewhere Shahbaz bad jokes were also shown today, but at least he was doing something. Then Gaurav, Mridul, and Praneeth, I don't know what they were doing. Trust me, what they were doing, I really don't know. So I think that's the review for today, guys. Please like, share, love, subscribe. If you don't agree to my review, I'm sorry. You can unsubscribe or dislike as well. Today's episode was absolutely boring. I just don't want to waste your time by saying things which doesn't matter. Let's see tomorrow's promo and hope things are better tomorrow. If I can put a promo here, I will do that. Let me see promo. Big Boss 19, and that's when we will come to know is it worth it or not, because I think the tomorrow's promos have not come yet. Yeah, so I think the ration task was bakwas, the ranking task was bakwas, Danube task was bakwas, Farhana's POVs were bakwas, Shehbaz couldn't manage the episode for long, Zeeshan, Konika ji's conversation was bakwas, Mudde today was bakwas, Captain trying to put water and Bajaj making a fuss about it was bakwas. But I think today all the conversations were not great as it was required. So I think I wouldn't want to speak much about it. That's the review for today, guys. Have sleep early. Maybe tomorrow we have a better show to see, maybe a better episode for tomorrow. And I just want to request everybody: Rise and Fall is doing good each day. Maybe tomorrow they have much better episode. And Big Boss was boring, so let's sleep early today. Good night, guys. Have a wonderful day tomorrow. And people who want to watch it later or tomorrow, I think it's with the thumbnail, it's not an episode worth watching. So please do not waste your time watching my review as well, because the episode was bullshit, boring, bakwas. Okay, and I think I have a comment with someone. Someone did comment something. Oh, oh, did I just delete that? One second, once. I think someone did a comment. I have to just see that. Shehbaz, Shehzeb Hassan, everything okay? Everything okay with me? Yeah, everything is fine. Yeah, today the episode was not great. That's why I was just saying. Did you like the episode, Shehzeb Hassan? Your name is little difficult for me here. Yeah, so Asanji, I think the episode was not at all interesting today. Otherwise, I would have done some great reviews here. I'm saying there was nothing for me to speak about, and I don't want to talk about Ande ka mudda, or because Shena's name was picked up, it was not a big issue. And then there were songs, and then Konika ji's point of view on Zeeshan Bhai, that he doesn't like strong independent women, whereas Zeeshan Bhai is the only one who's having Ashnoor in his hands, Neelam in his hands, Tanya in his hands. He's dealing all the three women. So I don't know where Konika's point of views are coming. Farhana couldn't communicate, and she couldn't communicate. Matlab, she's seen the episode. Obviously she doesn't see the episode how we see it, but she couldn't even tell. She had on the top who she had Shahbaz, then there was Bajaj, and then there is Basir, and there is Aamal at the lower, and I don't know what she was expecting to do, but she wanted to play smartly basis thinking that assembly, or what if you get votes most likely, and if the votes are meant to be coming later, she wanted to grow and do better. No boring, no Always eviction interview add more content than the episode. Yeah, I want to see that. Yeah, if you can send that episode ka link, I would want to see that, because I was wanted to see Avez's reaction in terms of interview, what he has spoken, because I think Avez's interview is worth watching than today's episode, guys. Go and watch that, because the episode had nothing. There was worst. I think Rise and Fall episode was so better, and then I see this waiting for an hour, and entire an hour episode I was just struggling. Maybe live is more better, huh? Trust me, guys, there are times when live is more interesting. Like my mom saw live today. She had nothing to watch on TV, I think, and she watched live, and live was still fresh and entertaining than watching the episode. Trust me. Sometimes you get to see good content. Otherwise, live is also at times very boring, because they don't show what is the matter of the content. They just cut the part which is basis the episode, and they try to show something other random. So you can't connect with so many things. So that's what. So yeah, Asanji, thank you. You've been commenting a lot. I just want to say, yeah, you've been a great support. Maybe if I do good, I would really want to consider sending you something later when I get my 1,000 subscribers. But I think you've been a constant support to all my reviews. So thank you a lot. In few words, I just can say thank you. And we just expect to grow together. And maybe you will see me having 1,000 subscribers soon. But if episodes are gonna be this, then I think it's gonna be a struggle as well. So I think that's the review, guys. Maybe we do a better. We get to see a better show tomorrow, and maybe I'm waiting for Rise and Fall in the morning rather than Big Boss here. Okay, bye guys. Have a wonderful night, and it's good we'll sleep early, or maybe we watch something else on YouTube or some other content. Yeah. Thank you, and I will definitely watch Shehbaz, not Shehbaz. I will definitely watch Avez's content as recommended by Shehzeb Hassan. Okay, guys. Bye.